What's the creepiest thing you have ever seen? I had always heard the stories about the old Willow Creek mansion. They said it was haunted, that shadows danced in the windows at night, and that if you listened closely, you could hear whispers carried by the wind. For years, I brushed off the tales as mere myths. But when my friends dared me to explore the mansion on Halloween night, I couldn't resist the challenge. The moon hung high, casting eerie shadows on the ground as we approached the mansion. The front door creaked open, almost inviting us in. My heart raced, but I was determined not to show fear. After all, I was the brave one in our group. As we stepped inside, the air grew cold and a musty smell enveloped us. Dust motes danced in the beam of our flashlights, and the silence was so thick it felt like we were intruding on a secret. We wandered through the dimly lit rooms, each more decrepit than the last. Cobwebs draped from the corners like ghostly curtains, and the floorboards groaned under our weight. My friends giggled nervously, but I felt a strange pull to the grand staircase that spiraled up into darkness. "Let's go upstairs," I suggested, trying to sound braver than I felt. As we ascended, the air grew heavier, and I could swear I heard a soft humming. I glanced back at my friends, their faces pale in the flashlight's glow. "Did you hear that?" I whispered, a shiver running down my spine. They nodded, their eyes wide, and we pressed on. At the top of the stairs, we found a long hallway lined with doors. One door, slightly ajar, caught my eye. I pushed it open, revealing a dusty bedroom. The moonlight filtered through the cracked window, illuminating an old rocking chair that sat eerily still. Suddenly, it began to rock back and forth as if someone invisible was sitting in it. I froze, my breath hitching in my throat. "Guys, look," I stammered. My friends crowded behind me, their faces pale. The chair continued to sway, and I felt a chill creep up my spine. I stepped closer, my curiosity battling with fear. Just then, a cold breeze swept through the room, extinguishing our flashlights. In the pitch black, I could hear my friends gasping. Panic surged through me, and I fumbled to turn my flashlight back on. When the beam flickered to life, the rocking chair had stopped, but the air felt charged, like the moment before a storm. "Let's get out of here!" One of my friends shouted, and I didn't need convincing. We bolted down the stairs, the sound of our footsteps echoing through the empty halls. As we burst through the front door, the night air hit us like a wave, and we didn't stop running until we reached the safety of the streetlights. We stood there, breathless and wide-eyed, staring back at the mansion. I knew I'd never forget that night, the creepiest thing I had ever seen. But more than that, it was a reminder that sometimes the scariest stories are the ones that come to life when you least expect it. For daily videos, check BRAI out here or on YouTube for uninterrupted videos.